The first CEO of Australia's four biggest banks has fronted Parliament's Economic Committee and apologised to any customers who have been treated badly. But a defiant Ian Narev says that customer satisfaction surveys show 90% are happy with the bank's service. Paul Bongiorno joins us now from Canberra with more on this story. Paul, amid all the talk of a Royal Commission, do you think that the CommBank boss silenced the critics today?
Well, Sandra, the problem with today's exercise was that, and curiously, we only got to hear Ian Narev's side of the story without any real follow-up or ability to test what he was saying. An example, we didn't get any explanation on how a culture could grow up the bank to treat even 10% of its customers so shabbily. And perhaps most of all, there's no transparency to the bank's own ongoing internal inquiries. He's the $12 million man of Australian banking. The Commonwealth's Ian Narev came to the first of these hearings well briefed and somewhat contrite.
I've said before how sorry I am for the pain that we've caused them. I say so again today.
But he says his bank mostly gets things right, as his customer surveys show. But what about the bank's insurance arm, CommInsure?
It's also alleged that doctors were pressured to change medical opinions in order to deny claims.
That's unethical, highly unethical, isn't it?
What you've just read out is not the case.
The committee also pushed the case of Emmeline Matthews, who was denied hardship assistance on mortgage repayments after she contracted terminal cancer.
It was not a decision, I think, that with the benefit of hindsight, we would have made.
Labor MPs complained they weren't allocated enough time to ask their questions.
This proves that this committee is a farce.
As the government continues to fight off Labor's calls for a Royal Commission, it wanted to show that it could be tough without one, announcing today a clampdown on the banks for manipulating the rates they charge each other.
This is the fifth reform that the government's proposed to deal with a problem in banking which they keep telling us doesn't exist.
The other reforms were ASIC, the regulator boosted, a grievance tribunal to be established, a behaviour inquiry and annual bank CEO hearings. But victims are unimpressed. Robert Story owes his bank nearly $400,000 after shonky investment advice.
Just a financial crisis is happening at the moment. We'll ride it out and gone.
In the meantime, he was getting commissions.
And he's still getting commissions.
Others say a Royal Commission would show a much bigger crisis. Now, Sandra, the deputy chair of this committee, Labor's Matt Thistlethwaite, asked Ian Narev if he'd be prepared to come back before the end of the year. He said he'd leave that up to the committee, which he really means the Liberal majority.
Paul Bongiorno in Canberra, thank you.